Guys, EJ1 Sammy here. Sorry for the shaky camera there. Sorry. I'm here in Suwon, just headed to work, and I got the sun behind me, so it doesn't work out well for video here. Let's try this. How's that? All right. Yeah, that doesn't work either. Anyway, let's try like that. So I'm in Suwon, just heading to work, and thought I'd do another little vlog about holidays and vacations. It's middle of October, and I've been planning a holiday. I usually plan my holidays in the fall, and for when I go away in December, January. But since I work at the club, I don't really want to leave before New Year's. And you know, I'm very flexible when it comes to vacation. I can go pretty well anytime I want. So January is a good time to go for me because it's really slow. The club is slow, it's quiet. The season is, it's off, the busy season. And I can meet with my family and hang out and just, you know, chill. So I go to Sri Lanka, I visit my family. But this year I'm going to take a month off. So right after New Year's, I'm going to head out to Sri Lanka, visit the family for about 2 or 3 weeks. And then I'm planning on going, the plan was that I go to southern Thailand and just sleep on a beach because I have friends down there, just south of Pattaya in Jomtien. And I'd already reserved the hotels and things like that. I hadn't paid for anything, but I'd researched the flights and everything. And then a friend of mine just got back from Vietnam. And the video and pictures and everything, I was like, that's one place I haven't been to before, and that's where I want to go or think about going. So talked with him last night, and then another friend of mine as well who said, hell, I'll come with you. And I'm like thinking, Vietnam, you know, that'll be another new country that I could go to. So this is the vacation that I'm planning right now. This afternoon I was doing that. So I'll go to Sri Lanka and then fly into Hanoi, which is in northern Vietnam. Spend about 4 days there. Go to Ha Long Bay, which is that famous bay with all the limestone islands, and do an overnight trip there. And then like 3 or 4 days there, and I was told to spend a weekend in Hanoi. Then head down to Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City in southern Vietnam for another 3-4 days, and then fly back to Seoul. So that's the plan that I have for that vacation. So anybody who has any suggestions or comments or offers, you know, let me know in the comment section. That's what I'm going to do. So the other point I wanted to make is, you know, holidays and vacations living here in Korea. Well, I'm never going back to the West. I'm never going back to Europe. The furthest east of Korea I have been in the last 10 years is Dubai. I'll go back to Dubai in a second. And the furthest west, obviously, Japan. You know, I've been told, you know, you should go to Guam, you should go to Hawaii. I doubt it. I'll never go. I doubt I'll ever go to American territory. Not for any other reason. It's just that, you know, I'm finding that with the political climate and the TSA and immigration and everything, even as a Canadian citizen, you don't have any rights. And I don't want to ever be put into a situation where, you know, I have to worry. So just avoid it. There's whole other places that I can go to where, you know, I'm appreciated as a Canadian citizen. So, and there's countries that I want to visit. I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Guam before. No reason to ever go back. So there are countries I've never been to in southern and eastern Southeast Asia. So Brunei, Indonesia. I can't think of anything right now, but you know, that's what I mean is I've got so many countries that I can go and visit. So that's what the plan is. Some people have also asked me, you know, where do you like to go? Well, since I've been here in Korea in 10 years, you know, Japan. That's sort of like, if you're living in Toronto, that's the Montreal of Seoul. You know, you go down there for a weekend and have a great time. I have so many friends there. So much fun in Tokyo. So much fun in Osaka, Fukuoka. I've been to Nagasaki, Hiroshima, obviously. I've even gone north to Hokkaido, to the northern section. I've been to Misaka, visit a friend. I've been to Kyoto, all over the place. I mean, it's a cheap 2-3 hour flight. Other places I've been to: Hong Kong, Beijing, Macau, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Thailand, obviously, Bangkok, and southern Thailand. I went to, one of those islands in the south. Where else? I went to Dubai. I had a layover in Dubai. So that was a 1.5 day layover in Dubai when I flew Emirates. I was flying to Sri Lanka, and I flew Emirates, which was a great flight, first class. That's another thing. I like to fly business or first. I'm not much of a spender. I live pretty minimalistic lifestyle. I don't buy Gucci handbags. Well, you know what I mean. I don't buy the luxury items. My biggest expense was a computer. $3,000 on a computer. My TV was given to me by a friend of mine. Thank you very much, Richard. Appreciate it. The things I have in my house are just simple things because, there's no reason for me to have luxury items. I don't really care. My clothes, because I work in a club, I buy cheap clothes because they get ruined very easily. And my work clothes, I don't really need expensive clothes. I buy casual, comfortable clothes. Food, I spend a lot on food. I like to eat. I like to eat good. My budget every month is not very much. I'm gonna say about $1,500 Canadian a month on expenses. I'll break that down one day. I'll do another vlog on the cost of living in Korea. But this is about vacation. So what I do is I like to spend all of my savings on my vacation. It's a reward to myself for a year of work. That's what I like to think of it as. The other thing is that I justify it as, this is something I want. So I will work and I will earn the money to pay for the trip. I know exactly how much it's going to cost before I go on the trip because I do a lot of research. So my vacation this January, 1 month vacation, is going to cost me about $5,000. So I have saved up that amount for the trip, because I like to fly business class, first class. I like to stay in 5-star hotels. So that's what I've been researching and doing. So now that I'm thinking of changing to Vietnam and doing 2 cities in Vietnam, that budget is going to go up a little bit. So what do I do? What services do I use? Well, Agoda is my first go-to. I will search out the hotels based on my preferences. Then I'll go to TripAdvisor and look at the reviews. Always look at the 3-star reviews. Someone who's doing 5-star doesn't leave comments. Someone who's leaving 1-star is just a pain in the ass. And they have a bone to pick. I've never found any constructive review that was 1-star. It was always somebody who was pissed off at something and just wanted to leave a 1-star. A 3-star is a very insightful review. They give pros and cons. So I appreciate those. Next is my flight. I use Skyscanner, but I never book through Skyscanner. I never book through Skyscanner. I look at the flights. I am sorry for the use of this word. I'm a flight whore. I will spend hours looking for the perfect flight. And I will use Skyscanner to find the flight. Look for the time of the flight that is leaving in the morning and arriving at my location by lunchtime so that I can check into the hotel without having to wait. The next thing I do is I use Seat Guru and I find out what plane that is. Then I check that airline and see if they have other flights. I go to the airline website and I see if they have other flights flying out that day. So I will go plus 1 day, minus 1 day to find the best flight and the best airplane. For example, my flight to Colombo, I could leave on January 1 in the evening, but I'm waiting until January 2 evening so that I can fly out on Korean Air on an A380 from Terminal 2, because I want to fly the A380 on Korean Air and I want to try out the new Terminal 2. So I actually delayed my flight, my departure by a day so that I could do that. That's how silly I am. Isn't it crazy? But it's what I want. It's the experience. Flying for me is an experience. I love to fly, especially since I fly first class or business class. Oh, tip. If you are flying one of the registered airlines, Korean Air, Jeju Air, whatever they are, if you're flying one of those registered airlines that fly out of Terminal 2, you can actually fly out from Seoul Station or check in at Seoul Station at the airport terminal. In Seoul Station, book a ticket on the Airport Express, the express train, and then get your security and immigration and customs checked in there. Your bags are checked in there. And when you arrive at the airport, you go straight through security. It's amazing. Really good deal. So I'm going to experience that as well. So I'm here at work. So I got to finish this up real quick. So anyway, let me just come over here, finish this up. So, Seat Guru, Skyscanner, go to the airline website, check that out, book with the airline. And then from Agoda, you book with the hotel directly. That way, you might pay a little bit more, but you get treated a little bit better. Check in with the airline's rewards program as well. Book their reward program. That way, if there's a bump and you get bumped up, they always do those people first, the people who are reward members. Arrive at the airport early. I don't know how many times I've had friends who are like texting me, Sam, what time do I need to get to the airport? How do I get to the airport real fast? And like 5 minutes left before check-in. I'm at the airport 4 hours early just so I can get into the lounge and chill out and relax. But hey, that's up to you. Anyway, those are the tips I have for vacations and flying. If you have any more questions, just let me know, and we'll talk a little bit later. Itaewon Sammy, out.